Greetings internet, this is Ryan's cooking show inside of Ryan's kitchen. I'm going to microwave some leftovers for Dylan and myself, and it's slightly complex because there's 5 elements involved, so we'll get on to the making of the food. The dish that we'll be making today is Thai chili and lime cakes, and it's like Mexican bean and tomato stuff. It tastes good. We're gonna put them together. And vegetables, because you have to eat your vegetables. If Popeye taught me anything, it's good to eat your vegetables. The first step, let's see, I'll probably cook the actual lime cake things first. I'll actually try this saucepan because otherwise I've learned that if you mix water and oil and fry them, it spits at you like a llama or a very rude Englishman. Do that. Some olive oil. That's the extra ingredient. See, there's little small ones because every other thing that Sanitarium makes, they're like a actual burger. So I was kind of surprised that they were little kind of cakes. Because I've had these before, they're new. I saw them first like a couple of weeks ago, so I bought them today. Yeah. So we let them cook for a while, stopping before we burn the house down. That's the critical step. Next. Vegetables, because the other day I had Ruben over for dinner and he was like, oh, what do we need to do? And I handed him like a bag of frozen vegetables, and he used the entire bag at once. Like, it was just for me and him, and he actually did the entire bag, and I kind of assumed that he might have, it seemed reasonable to me to not do an entire bag when I gave him the bag, but I don't think
Ruben's a master chef or anything.
Sorry?
I don't think Ruben's a master chef or anything.
Neither am I.
Yeah, but you probably know more
about
cooking.
Actually, now I am, because I'm on a cooking show now, so I think I'm more qualified to cook. I can put this on my resume, host of a cooking show. Take that, Mom. Preferably, you want to use a good knife when cutting open the vegetables, which I didn't do, so I'm going to use my fingers for the rest. It's like the story of my life. Let's see. Yeah, about half, that makes sense. And then I'll just put it in the microwave. I don't think I've ever pressed a button on the microwave that wasn't the start button, because the start button just adds 30 extra seconds, and it could be like 10 minutes worth of cooking time. I'll just mash it 20 times. That's all I need. Alright. Those cook. We put that and that on top so they don't need to be done. This needs to be microwaved as well. Alright, well actually I'll talk about what I put in here. The way I made it was I used a tin of tomatoes and a tin of like 3-bean mix, and then I used garlic and cumin and turmeric, salt and pepper. Nowadays, just from like watching Hell's Kitchen all the time, I put salt and pepper in everything because that's what everyone else seems to do. So
it must be right.
It must be right. Making ice cream, salt and pepper. Making like a donut, salt and pepper. Alright, so they're doing its thing. Turn it down a bit before it kills us both. top's kind of burned, but doesn't matter. Oops. So I'll probably do this before I set the smoke. Actually, no need to, because John took the smoke alarm out because he set the smoke alarm off whilst cooking steak, and it was going on for like 5 minutes, so he literally unplugged the smoke alarm. So that's why there's no need to worry anymore. Okay, so that's almost done. I'll just remember to put them back in the thing. I'll do these. The important thing is to cover this, because otherwise it kind of spits all over the microwave as well. Ready. The general magic number that I use for almost everything that I cook is 2.5 minutes, because it seems to work all the time. Unless it's like either a ton of food, in which case I probably wouldn't microwave it or whatever. But so these look ready. Hopefully they are ready. Yeah, cool. Actually, they look impressive, more impressive on the outside, I think. Yeah, I'll check that out. Check those beauties. Yeah. Turn off the heat. Done. One second. Get a plate. I also noticed that in cooking programs, they tend to put everything on one plate, and then because like it's like the one load of food, and then people kind of like spoon it out from that original plate. So that's what I'm gonna do now.
Okay.
I'll put them on top. I'll put the veggies. You can cut now because actually nothing's gonna happen for a while. I need to sound happier. I realise that, but I don't ever really sound happy for some reason.
I think it's okay.
Okay. Cool.
Do cooking show hosts really sound like?
I think most of them by trade have to sound happy.
Probably.
I think that's like imagine just like the most like monotoned cooking show host ever, aka me. But like someone who did it as like on like Channel 10, like he was cooking adventures, but he was like really monotoned.
He was
like,
show.
Yeah, I think he's still alive. I think he's still going. I'm pretty sure he probably still has a show, unless he like molested someone, which is also a possibility. All right. Well, now our beans are. Oh, okay. Slightly disturbing and slightly painful at the same time. That's mainly why all the time when I cover food, I don't cover it all the way, because then steam gets trapped and becomes very painful. Alright, do that. Mix your vegetables in with the leftover bean mix. Mix that in. There we are. Cool. Alright. Now we want to kind of start to serve. So grab a spoon, get some hummus, because hummus is the greatest thing on God's green earth. Then what you do, this is for presentation's sake. So you do that, and you just build a base. You build a base with the hummus. You make a little circle, make a slightly bigger circle, because it's for both of us. Yeah, that was bad. Cool. Check that out. And then put some of the mix. Oh, do it from this side. Some of the mix. This is for both of us, so I'm just not like. I feel bad otherwise if it's a huge colossal amount of food. Alright. And then we put these on top. Our chili cake things. There we are. And then we finish it off with some beetroot. It's technically beetroot wedges, even though when I was using this for my lunch. There was one that was barely a wedge. It was like an entire beetroot. So I guess I kind of won then. See, like that. Like that. Whoops. That's barely a wedge. That's like more than half of a beetroot. And then I'll kind of put them around there. Oops. It's also quite difficult to do. 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 There. Cool. And then, wait, we don't have any paper towels. I'll use the cling wrap to clean up the plate because that's what people do in cooking shows. Yeah. Didn't really help. There. And there you have.
What do you call this dish?
Ryan's rocking chili lime cakes. Even though they're not cakes, they're just like a cake would imply that it's sweet, but they're obviously savoury. Ryan's good tasting food. That's what I call it. Because every other food that I make doesn't taste good. This is the only time it's like a fluke. Yeah. Cool.
It's pretty good actually.